Here we are, Cybertruck Fest here in Austin, and I'm Zach Rasinger. I help my clients buy, sell, and lease commercial real estate here in Austin, Central Texas, across the country, around the world, on this planet. Very great to have you with us. If you have any questions, this is LinkedIn Live, it's Facebook, and it's YouTube. So fire off your questions. We'll answer them in real time. As always, I will respond to and follow up with anybody who has any questions about commercial real estate, what the Austin market is doing, and in particular, what's happening here at Cybertruck Central in Austin, Texas. I can show you a little bit more about what that looks like, what's happening, and just talk about the high level numbers that are coming out right now. But will the Cybertruck save Austin commercial real estate? We know that throughout the country, there's a lot of CMBS debt coming due. There's a lot of office issue. There's some multifamily issue. We're seeing a lot of come down the pike. And even though we're promised by Jed Powell next year that we're going to see a time increase or decrease in the interest rates, nothing is for sure. And oftentimes we're going to see a lag in the market for up to about a year. Oftentimes people are referring now to the general economy being based on the stock market. Stock market usually takes about a year to fully absorb or deflect or reflect any of the interest rate changes. So we should be seeing some of the positive effects of the quelling of interest rate or of inflation using interest rates over the last year. But we just saw last week Cybertrucks, which have just started showing up here around Austin. You can see the one behind me here, and then you can see the cyber bike that goes cyber quad that can go into the trunk here. I've seen these cruising around town. They look pretty cool, actually. Really big, unique, and in their unique in their design, I would say. Different than anything that I've ever seen. It looks like I would think a project car would look like. So you have let us know in the. I'd love to. And if you like them, don't like them, let us know what's happening in the comments. Let's just fire off a few insider tips here and see, and let me show you what's happening and then where I would position myself and where I'm helping my clients position themselves in terms of the benefiting from the Cybertruck build and everything that's going to come with it. Because if you think about it, and I drove around Detroit a while back, and I noticed how many businesses, smaller businesses in flex space, that there were that specifically cater to the car industry or to the manufacturing of cars. And that's going to be no different here. I'll show you this, and then we can get into where I would look at investing and where we have seen some positive effects coming from the Cybertruck and everything that's involved with the Cybertruck. So I say everything that's involved with the Cybertruck because there are a lot of increases in productivity around the Austin area as of late that we've seen because of Elon, and we're starting to see a lot of it in Taylor area as well because of Samsung, which is building a $26 billion facility over 1,300 acres up in Taylor, Texas. So a lot of good things happening, but it's important to stay focused on what is happening with who's coming here and how to help them best serve their clients. So I'll show you here in the. Let's just look at this. This is interesting. So this is a suppliers list. This is really pretty cool. So we have a list here, and this is available for anybody. It's at csimarket.com. It's looking at the correlation of all of the suppliers and their growth or their growth pattern based compared to Tesla. And as you would imagine, it moves proportionally as Tesla orders more steel. You're seeing companies like Alcoa, for example, selling more steel. We can see in relative performance here what that looks like. So make it a little bit bigger here, and we can see positive effects. Now, I'm not very good at stocks. I don't study them as hard as I should, but I do know that sometimes sometimes they go up and sometimes they go down, but they go down up and down pretty frequently and daily, minute, by the second, I guess. Whereas real estate holds fairly stable over time, hopefully growing up and to the right. Not necessarily always the case, but it grows more steadily. Therefore, it's a more secure investment, and that's why my clients a lot of times will ask for a property that's not going to astronomically climb in value immediately, but they're looking for something that's stable over time that hopefully produces either income. And a lot of times in Texas we have land hold policies that will allow for grazing rights, mineral rights, oil, that kind of thing. Or we're talking about appreciation over time. So I tend to not like to promise or base my underwriting on what's happening in terms of appreciation, because that's really hard to predict. Even if you see everything going up around it, it's really hard to predict what the overall appreciation will be. You can see historically how it goes. Now, if you think about it, as we see in real estate in general, as interest rates come down, we're going to see the value of the market price of the property go up. If people have more money or can borrow more money in order to buy those properties. So you should be looking at that as a long-term play over the next 6 to 12 months. If you are in the commercial space or you'd like to be in the commercial space, that's what I would anticipate. Home values now, we saw an astronomical, almost tripling of the value of a house, of the market value of a house. But did anything really increase? Did any of those homeowners do anything that increased the value of their property for up to 3x the value that they had it in 2019? Probably not. So we're anticipating a correction there. But when we're talking about something that's adjacent to Samsung or to Tesla, and they're making these Cybertrucks, let me show you what that looks like in terms of where the land is. This is Landglide, or it's Land ID, formerly MapRight. So let me show you here what that looks like, or where Tesla is, which is just about 30 minutes outside of Austin. It's you can see ABIA, which is Austin Bergstrom here. It's a good airport, fairly close to the CBD of Austin. You can see here they're building a train pretty close. They're building it out almost to the airport. So you can see here where Tesla is. So if we zoom out, it's in Hornsby Bend, actually. So not Austin proper, but here in zoom out, and we're on the north side. So we go up 45 here. See how new. So we can see here Tesla Gigafactory. You can see how big it is, actually. I mean, pretty massive. Land. This is a deal. I believe JLO did this deal. The assemblage of all of this property must have been a nightmare. But we can see here that 1699, so just shy of 17,000 acres here in Bastrop County, or Travis County. This is in an opportunity zone. One of the cool parts about Land ID, Land ID, is the ability to overlay maps on top of it. So if we look at an overlay here, when I go to underwrite a property, this is exactly what I do. This is exactly the process I go through in order to determine whether it's a good purchase or not. You can see here a majority of this land, though, is in a flood zone. So they're having to mitigate a lot of that by changing the flood maps, changing the flood zones with FEMA. And in order to do that, create detention ponds. That's why you see all the ponds around here. And the reason for this map, or the reason we look at this map, is because getting insurance on a building inside of a flood zone is very expensive. So it prevents most people from building in a flood zone. But if you are incentivized, interesting. So here is the opportunity zone. It looks like the Tesla property is not in the opportunity zone. So that's very interesting. Just outside, just on the other. This is the Colorado River, I believe. Yeah, Colorado River that's running here. It's just outside of the op zone. Opportunity zone is a way to invest money for a long period of time, long hold, but in zones where it's been deemed there's 8,600, a little bit more than 8,600 zones where there's incentive in order to build and create businesses and create jobs. Here's Taylor right here. Here's where Samsung is in the opportunity zone. Samsung is located right here. All of this area right here. And you can see it's different. I mean, it's called different things, but Samsung Austin Semiconductor. Okay. So this is what the map looks like. This is where Tesla is located, and here is how close it is to Austin. So yay for that. But also look at all this land that is available around here. I'll turn off the opportunity zone map. Look at all this land that's available out here. It's flat, it's relatively buildable, and there's a lot of it. So one of the aspects where the Cybertruck and all manufacturing that's happening inside of the zone here, or inside of the this area, it's Elgin area, Del Valley, Weberville, Manor, all this stuff in here. It's really just circled around or focused around this, which is the Colorado River. Colorado River runs between Austin, Texas, and Bastrop. Bastrop is where they're doing a new movie studio. So this corridor is going to be money right here. When you're looking for advantageous buys, you want to see, it's really tough to be an early mover. Now, there are some visionaries out there that can say, yes, this area will for sure go up, but only if I put in the needed infrastructure. Needed infrastructure I'm referring to is water, sewer, power. So it's possible to do developments, particularly flex space, commercial, anything that doesn't require a lot of wastewater. It is possible to do it along here and land hold until we start seeing more building happening, more homes created along here. Now you can see it's starting to happen already. Colorado River Ranchettes. So great area along here, Garfield. All this is really good stuff. So let's see. Let me show you some more stuff. What we're looking at when we're talking about, for example, when we're talking about listed properties, here's what we're looking at right now in the area. And the easiest way, again, is to just go into something like CoStar or LoopNet, whatever you have access to, and we're going to see here. There we go. These are the properties that are available. As we just looked at the overlay, again, same map. And then we just drill in here. You can see there's a cyber factory here, or here's the factory here. They have currently released 100 trucks. This is the space for sale. These are the properties for sale. And there's a $40 million listing here, Colorado River listing. Let me switch over here. McAllister. This is a $12 million. Oh, it's cheap. Over in Cedar Creek on Riverbend. Great area for development. So congratulations to Danny. Okay, so let's dive further into what has been produced, what is coming, and why you should care. So let's look at the Cybertruck production. It just came off the line, and here we go. There was a big event here in Austin for the delivery of the Cybertruck last week. And let me show you this here. So again, cool backdrop. There is going to be a lot of controversy, always is, around Elon Musk. But I believe overall net positive for the Austin area because of, here we go, 250,000 Cybertrucks. So they're going to be producing a lot, not just the 100 that came off the line last week and we've seen cruising around town. We're going to start seeing a lot more of these. We already see a lot of EVs here in Austin, Texas, California. See a lot of them out there as well. Let me know where you're from. If you're seeing EVs on the market or on the not on the market, but on the road, and let me know what's happening. what's happening for in your market. Okay. So looking here, I'm going to show you. the here's Investopia. I mean, this is another really great resource for anything investing or about the numbers that's happening here inside of Tesla factory. All right, Investopia. Here we go. So next generation of automotive in Tesla opened in 2021, global headquarters. And now we're talking about who is coming to Austin in order to manufacture. Now, we saw that list before that was posted by the Chamber of Commerce. But here is a list here of all of the, well, here are the top companies that are manufacturing or producing, providing products, providing infrastructure, and providing materials. There's a full list of the 250 or 200 suppliers to the Tesla factory online. So hit those up if you are in the building space. If you're looking to supply Tesla, or if you're looking to supply, each of these companies is going to need a supplier as well. So it's down the chain. It's just like a giant spread out pyramid. By the time you get to the end, everybody is, many companies, I should say, are providing materials for Tesla in the Austin area. So yeah, big things happening. I'm a big believer in what Elon is doing here and how he is providing jobs, how he's helping the economy, and where we're going here in the Austin area. If you have any questions about commercial real estate, how to get into commercial real estate, we have a course. The course is up in the left-hand corner there. And if you have any questions about CRE Pro or Commercial Catalyst, please reach out. I'm Zach Rasinger. I help my clients buy, sell, and lease commercial real estate here in Austin, Texas. Until next time, my friends, thank you very much for coming. Reach out with the questions. Happy to help.